When shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Name the place.
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, old grey Malcolm.
Paddock calls.
Anon.
Fair's foul, foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air.
They met me in the day's success, and I have learned by the perfect report they had more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burn in desire to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanish. While I stood there, wrapped in wonder of it, came massive from the king, who all hailed me that Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters salute me and refer to me to the coming on of time with Hail King that shall be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of rejoicing, by being ignorant of what a greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glamis thou art in Cawdor, and shalt be thy what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou would be great, art not without ambition, but without. The illness should attend it, what thou wouldst highly. That would thou wholly wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou I'd have, great Glamis, that which cries, thus thou must do, if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishes should be undone. Heed thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thy ear, and chalice with the value of my tongue, and all that misimpedes thee from the golden round which fate and metaphysical I doth seem to have thee around. A drink?
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as the sight, or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form of as palpable as which I draw. Thou marshalled me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools or senses, or else worth all the rest. I thee still, and there's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs us to mine eyes, nor the one half world nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse. This certainly sleep witchcraft celebrates, pale hecates, offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch thus his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, toward his design moves like a ghost. Thou sure affirmest earth, hear no steps, which way they walk, so fear thy very stones preyed on their whereabouts, and take the present horror of the time, which now suits with wiles I threat he lives, words the heat and deeds. Too cold breath gives.
Here's a knocking indeed. If a man were porter of Hellgate, he should have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time. Have napkins in now about you. Here's a sweat for it. Knock, knock. Who's there? In the other devil's name. Faith, here's an equivocator that can swear in both scales, against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? Here's an English tailor. Come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock, never at quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll double as porter is no longer. I had thought to have left some of all possessions that go the primrose way to this everlasting bonfire. Anon, anon. I pray for you remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, till I so late?
Sir, we were carousing till the second cock, and drink is the great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and mars him. It sets him on and takes him off. It persuades him and disheartens him. Makes him stand to and not stand to.
For all of the big and the small, well, the taller they stand, well, the harder they fall. We live for today, but we die for the next. With blood in our veins, in the air, in our chest, or we step into war with our hearts on the line. The dirt on our boots is shakes free.